called 7th Avenue. Hey, you're on 7th Avenue. I'm Ward Smith, sitting with the glamorous and the effervescent Candy
Caramelo.
Caramelo. I know it. I just entranced. This is a nice looking bowl you got going, girl.
Well, thank you. You know, candy is in English and caramelo is Spanish, but they both mean sweet.
Sweet
and
sweet.
Everywhere I've ever been, if I was in Paris working in France, they call me bonbon.
Bonbon?
Yes, and I got some nice big bonbons.
I believe that's our first bonbon joke.
Well, actually, when I worked in Paris, you know, I was only 123 pounds.
You worked at the Moulin Rouge for
Yes, I worked at the Moulin Rouge for about 5 years.
About 5 years.
5 years, and I was very slim. And at that time, you know, they liked the big bonbons.
Right.
Along with
I think pretty much today they still like the big bonbons.
Do you think they still like the big bonbon? Well, you know, these bonbons just got to be so big. They're like 2 great big jumbo lollipops now.
Bonbon. Grand bonbon.
That's right. That's right.
Le bon en le grand.
Yes, but you know, I'm in Ybor City, and this is where I really got my start.
So you lived in New York for almost close to
20 years.
20 years, and now you're back in the area where you
back to the roots,
area.
Back to the beautiful Columbia restaurant.
You did some of your first shows in the Columbia.
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, well, I did some of my first shows in Cuba, and I did like green bean commercials when I was a child at the age of 4. When I say all these years, you know, I don't want you to think that I started when I was 23 or 24.
Oh, no, you're celebrating 50 years in show business.
50 years in show business. And now you know my age. But you know what? As long as there's a plastic surgeon around, I'll always look good.
That's right.
Anyway, face-wise, I haven't found a plastic surgeon that makes you skinny yet.
Don't go to Callahan. That's all I got to say.
Well, I tell you what I'm doing, actually, and I've spoke with you a little bit before. I'm really working. I'm doing famous ladies in jumbo size.
Right.
Because that's my size, jumbo.
That's right. Can we put her poster up right quick, Ken? We have that available. You do.
Can you see me when I stand up?
Hey.
Very jumbo.
Everybody, they can see you from space when you stand up.
And it's cost a lot of money to get this big.
It has.
And yes, as a matter of fact, now I'll eat anything that won't eat me first. Because I spent so many years on diets. And let me tell you that this is not fat, my darling. This is all United States inspected meat.
Okay.
Filet mignon from Columbia Restaurant.
Okay.
And you know what the difference between skinny girls and chubby girls? Skinny girls and chubby girls have one great big difference.
Right.
Chubby girls were wrapped in bacon to taste better. You ever seen a filet mignon that wasn't wrapped in bacon?
No. That wasn't a true filet mignon?
You know, when people say fat, 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 you know, that's the stuff that you know, cook in or... But basically, when it's all beef, you know what it costs for me in a meat market? If they sold me by the pound?
You have to get financing before you go shopping.
You bet it.
So you, now, when did you move back in the Tampa area?
I moved into Tampa about 15 years ago. But I have been living different places. I got married, and after I got married, I had to take care of my husband and my home and everything. So basically, I go away like about 10 to 15 days out of the month. Then I come home, and it's the same thing flying from the Tampa airport as it is from flying from New York. In fact, it's easier. Right. Trying to get on those airlines from New York City, Manhattan, well, you know what that is.
It's nice to be back in a town where there's less hustle and less buzz. I mean, New York is very romantic. It's very beautiful.
Beautiful. I'll tell you one thing. I have been all over the world. I've been in China, Australia, Japan, and all over South America and Europe. But I came back to the most beautiful city of the world. And it isn't the city itself, the beauty of mountains or you know, beaches. It's the beauty of the people.
That's right.
Because the people really get together in this Ybor City. They still drink Cuban coffee, and they still eat bread and butter and everything. By the way, I have a very good story for you.
Yes, go ahead.
Do you know that Cuban bread, they found out that it's taken the place of that pump? You know, that pump that men are getting when they become very, very old?
Wait.
It makes... That's the truth.
They're getting rid of the, what is it, the penile implant pump?
Yes,
and they're
you know,
going for
and
Cuban bread?
now you just, you know, this older man who was 90 years old was telling this other one that was only 79. He says, you live in Tampa. I don't know why you're having a problem with your spirits going up, you know, and now you're so depressed because you don't go after girls anymore or anything. And he says, well, what do you do? He says, I eat Cuban bread. So the old man ran to the bakery here at La Segunda Central, and he says to the girl, give me 5 loaves of Cuban bread. She says, old man, it's going to get hard. He says, I'll take 10.
And keep him away from the toaster.
No, but I know that all these, you see these old men down Ybor City, they're all happy chasing girls all the time.
Now I know why Vince eats Cuban bread all the time. Well, Kenny, thanks for being here. You're going to do another number for us later on.
Yes.
Right now, it's Herb Albert, 3 o'clock jump on 7th Ave.